Hello everyone. Warm good afternoon to all of you. This is me, Tapash Ku.Pradhan, your faculty from Political Science. So I would like to welcome to all of you to this session of my YouTube channel. So how are you everyone? I hope you are fine, fit and well. As you know that we are in a continuation of the series of lecture on the political systems in Odisha. Okay, for the perspectives of the exam of SSB Odisha politics. Okay, SSB the political science lecture in non-Net Dec government college. So I am here today to discuss with you like important things like the legislative assembly, or we can say that the concept of uh, the legislatures. Okay, from the pre-independence and also the post-independence, the different chief minister during that times, and what are the different initiative taken in this different period of the legislative assembly. So we will discuss that things. As you know that we in the last day we discussed about the your the coalition government in basically the India. Okay, and along with it, we discuss about also the president rules. Okay, and the coalition government in India, like we discussed about the first coalition government was held in 1959. Second coalition government is held in 1967. Third one is like 1971. Okay, so this thing we basically covers. So now we will discuss the legislative assembly in Odisha and its timeline and the chief minister during that time, and what are the important rule are basically taken by the chief ministers. So without delay, let's get started. So if I talk about in pre-independence era, the first prime minister of the Odisha, like uh, Krishna Chandra, in the basically year of 1937. And in that year, Harakrishna Mahatab also became a first prime minister of Odisha in pre-independence era. That is how 5th July 1937. Okay, 5th July 1937. Okay, this is how the things in the era of the post independence. If I talk about post independence, the first legislative assembly basically take place during the time of 51 to 52, during the time of 51 to 52. And that time the Harakrishna Mahatab is considered the first chief minister of Odisha. If they ask the questions like who is the first chief minister of Odisha during the in the post independence era, then it will be like the Harakrishna Mahatab in 1951 to 52. If they ask the questions like who is the first prime minister of Odisha during the time of pre-independence era, that will be like your Krishna Chandra. Okay, Krishna Chandra. So this thing need to remember. Then second assembly in Odisha is span from the timeline of your 57 to 61. So second assembly in Odisha is span from the 57 to the 61s. And in that time also Harakrishna Mahatab as basically maintained the role of the chief minister of Odisha. Okay, Harakrishna Mahatab maintained the role of the chief minister of Odisha time of 57 to the 61s. And that time the first president role is imposed in Odisha, and that time the first president role is important in Odisha on 25th February 1961. On 25th February 1961, Congress on 25th February 1961, the first president role is imposed in Odisha. They can even ask the questions during the time of which chief ministership the first presidency basically imposed in Odisha, that will be the Harakrishna Mahatabs. Or they can ask the question which year the first president rule is imposed in Odisha, that is 25th February 1961. Congress 25th February 1961. Then third assembly, second is not second is covered. Then third assembly, like your the one of the famous basically person, none other than Sri Biju Patnaik is become a chief minister of Odisha in third assembly, and timeline is like 61 to 67. 61 to 67, the Biju Patnaik, the basically the CM of Odisha. They can ask the questions like under which state legislative assembly the basically Biju Patnaik became the chief minister of Odisha for first times. It will be the third from 61 to 67. Then fourth legislative assembly, that the chief minister like RM Singh. Okay, fourth legislative, the chief minister like RM Singh. Okay, and the timeline we say like 67 to 71, 67 to 71. And that time the second time president's role is imported. So during the time of your what we can say that the RN Singdo, okay, government of RN Singdo, 67 to the 71, the second president rule is imposed, that is the on 11th January 1971. Okay, on 11th January 1971. Guys, on 11th January 1971. Then your sixth legislative assembly, that our the prime minister is the chief minister of Odisha is Nandini Satpathy. For the first time a woman are basically in Odisha became a chief minister of Odisha, Nandini Satpathy. Okay, sixth legislative assembly, and this is span from the 1974 to the 1977, 1974 to the 1977, and it is a bring a major landmark change, that is how change from the seats from 140 seats to 147. It changed the seats from 140 seats to 147. So in the sixth legislative assembly, you have to remember, during the time of the government of the Nandini Satpathy, and the basically the thing is like 140 seats to 147 basically changed, and the time of line of the sixth legislative assembly 74 to the 77, 74 to the 77. Then 12th legislative assembly, the you're one of the famous person now, the basically ruling figure in Odisha, that is Sri Navin Patnaik. 2000 to 2004, okay, the 12th legislative assembly Navin Patnaik. Then 13th legislative assembly was constituted on 15 May 2004. 13th legislative assembly was constituted on 15 May 2004. It is spanned from 2004 to 2009. So this is how the 13, because I am telling, they asked the question 13th legislative assembly take place in which years. So it is the 15 May 2000 basically 4, 15 May 2004. Guys, 15 May 2004. So this is how the important chronology of the legislative assembly in Odisha and the basically chief ministership and important initiative. I can tell you the important thing, like first the chief minister of Odisha like Harikrishna Mahatab, okay. Then the president rule is imposed in 25th February 1961 during the second legislative assembly, the Harikrishna Mahatab period of government. Then the in fourth legislative assembly again the president rule is imposed like RN Singh. Then in sixth legislative assembly, under the government of Nandini Satpathy, the legislative assembly seats are changed from 140 to 147. Then last not the least, 13th legislative assembly was constituted on 15 May 2004 during the government of the basically Navin Patnaik. So this is how important detail for the legislative assembly in this session. I am trying to cover almost important thing which can be possible, and do join this Telegram channel. I will providing the format of question. You can practice that what kind of question can be expect in our examinations. So I hope it is the small effort from my side is helpful to you, and do share your feedback that how basically this video is helpful and what kind of video you also like in future perspectives, and do share with your friend because sharing is always caring. Thank you guys, have a nice day.